Joining me now is the Jordanian Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ayman Safadi. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like to ask you about the very latest that we're hearing from the administration. Secretary of State Antony Blinken saying last week that in his meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu and other top officials in the region, that Israel agreed that there does in fact need to be a plan in place to protect civilians. We have heard similar language from top Israeli officials as well. And I wonder if you can give us your assessment. Have you seen evidence of this, that Israel is taking new steps and more steps to protect civilian lives in this new phase of the war?
Thank you so much. Actually, no, we're seeing evidence to the contrary. The number of Palestinian wounded since the aggression resumed has increased. People are still being killed at very, very large number. Infrastructure being destroyed, hospitals attacked, humanitarian aid trickling down in a much, much less way than it was before the hostilities were resumed. So yes, Secretary Blinken tried. He did tell us that the Israelis committed to try and do more to protect civilians. Unfortunately, on the ground, we have not seen that materialize. We've seen more killing and we've seen more aggressiveness in the attacks.
Israel has said that they have created safe zones where people can go and not be targeted, bombed. Do you have any information about those safe zones? Are there, in fact, areas where civilians in Gaza can go to and feel safe? Because based on the reporting that we have from the region, there's a sense that nowhere is safe in Gaza.
Well, absolutely nowhere is safe. You remember at the beginning of the war, Israel was telling people to leave the north and go to the south, where the south will be safe. And now we're seeing people being killed in the south. So basically the message, we're not going to kill you in the north, we're going to kill you in the south. And that's exactly what's happening. About 1.8 million Palestinians, about 2/3 of the population of Gaza have left the north, are now all concentrated in the south. Khan Yunis is one of the biggest cities there, and it's been the target of Israeli fierce bombardment over the last few days. So pretty much nowhere in Gaza is safe. No hospital in Gaza is being able to provide sufficient treatment. No shelter in Gaza is being able to really give people any cover from this war.
Do you believe that the United States bears any responsibility for the civilian death toll in Gaza?
I mean, basically, this war that Israel has started after October 7, we all condemned what happened on October 7 as something that is unacceptable by any standard. But what Israel is doing now is also unacceptable by any standard. Denying people food and water is a war crime. Targeting civilians is a war crime. The reality that Israel is creating now is not a reality that's going to be conducive to the peace that everybody wants. Now, what we're seeing is that we're seeing an international community that is not doing enough to stop Israel from continuing with those atrocities. The UN has failed to take any meaningful action to stop that, and therefore we believe all need to come together and stop this war in the interest of the Palestinians, in the interest of Israelis, and in the interest of overall peace, because another victim of this war is the faith that people have had in peace. That is eroding by the day as the images of kill and destruction continue to come out from Gaza.
As you know, Israel has made the argument that it is Hamas that is embedding itself in these civilian centers and thereby creating war crimes. What do you say to that argument? Does Israel not have a right to defend itself, particularly in the wake of the attack on October 7th, the worst attack against a Jewish population since the Holocaust?
Well, unfortunately, it's not the largest attack against Arab Muslims in decades. The right to self-defense does not mean a license to kill with impunity. It does not mean attacking a whole community. As I said, 1.8 million people displaced, over 16,000 killed. The majority of them are women and children. Over 6,000 Palestinian children killed. These are not Hamas. These are innocent people that had nothing to do with the conflict between Hamas and Israel. So I think that argument resonates with no logic anymore. This is a war that is not going to bring about security to Israel. Definitely, it's not a war that's going to have any implications in terms of moving us towards peace in the region. No, it is not self-defense. It is blatant aggression whose victims are civilians who need to be protected. By international law, they must be protected. So Israel is violating international law by targeting civilians. Remember that Gaza is one of the most densely populated areas on earth. So again, people had no shelter in the north, no shelter in the south. Hamas is eliminating Hamas, which Israel has set as a target, is not going to be possible through this war. The civilians are going to be and have been the victims of this aggression.
Let me ask you more about the civilians. Why hasn't Jordan opened its borders to Palestinians who want to flee to help deal with this growing humanitarian crisis that you have talked about and that we are talking about and witnessing?
Well, I mean, Palestinians have a right to protection in their own country. We're not going to allow Israel to proceed with its policies of transferring the crisis to the region. Neither Jordan nor Egypt would accept the displacement of Palestinians from their country, which, by the way, again, is a war crime. We've seen Palestinians displaced in 48 and 67. They have not returned. Palestinians deserve to be protected on their own national soil, that is in Gaza, on the West Bank, where, by the way, civilian populations are also being the target of settler terrorism and other measures that suffocate their existence. So we will not allow for the Palestinians to be pushed out of their country. Jordan has done enough. We're the largest per capita host of refugees anywhere in the world. But this is not about providing protection. This is about allowing Israel to empty Gaza from its population and then probably move and do the same on the West Bank. And that is, for us, is a red line, because that would mean killing the Palestinian people's aspiration for freedom and statehood on their land. And that would mean trying to solve the problem at the expense of Jordan and other countries in the region.
All right, Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi, thank you so much for your time and your perspective. Please do come back as we continue to track this tragedy that is unfolding in the region. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.